believe me, I have your best interest at heart. If they had our best interest at heart, the Native Americans would have their land. If they had our best interest at heart, they would sit down and have a dialogue with us. When we come into arts and sciences, what's it going to be about? It's going to be about, well, who's going to control the allocation to the money for the Africana Studies and Research Center? Who's going to control tenure? Who's going to control faculty lines? We ain't stupid. Who's going to control Ujima? Latino Living Center? Oguego? We're not stupid. What's going to happen with the status of the Office of Minority Educational Affairs? What happened to Minority Hosting Week? It's not here. Come on, people. Open your eyes. Open your eyes. Wake up. People tell me I'm wrong. They used to have Minority Hosting Weekend where they recruited you. It doesn't exist anymore. Right? There's a program house report. We want to know straight up what the report says, what's your intention in regard to UJ, in regard to Latino Living Center, and in regard to Oguego. Stop playing with us.
Stop playing.
We can't trust you when you do what you do to our elders. When you diss us, then you telling us something. You got to look beyond the pictures. You got to look beyond the smiles, and you got to ask a question. The question you got to ask is this: if you respected us, if you respected the Africana Studies and Research Center, then you would sit down and you would rethink. This decision wasn't made by the provost. This decision was made higher than the provost. They call us up into a room. They tell us, now we can't hold the statement. The statement comes out tomorrow. It comes in the paper so that you can't respond. We're not dumb. So you couldn't respond. So you couldn't get your opinion out. It was deliberate. Now it's not poor judgment. It's a conspiracy. What do I mean? I am not intimidated, and I will state it's a conspiracy. The conspiracy is what? To pull us in a room, to make like you're trying to help us, to gain control of the resources, people.
That's right.
To dismantle it. To sit down and what? To do something that you couldn't do any other way. But where we come from and where I come from is like this. It's like if I can't reason with you, then we got to go another way. The other way that we got to go is the way Dr. King went. You create a mass movement. You organize yourselves. You sit down and you build a coalition. And you have the right, it is within our culture to protest. You have the right to state your opinion. And if you want to have trust, when you come at 1 o'clock and you sit down and talk with us, come correct. Don't say this is the second time somebody been called into a room and say the next day, this is what's going to happen. This is the second time. And the next time around, if you're not watching on the Office of Minority Educational Affairs, they're going to put an okey doke on you with that too. If you're not watching, they're going to put an okey doke with you on OLD, Latino Living Center, and McClue. You tell me if I'm lying. If we could trust you, then come back to the table, put it back the way it was, and then let's sit down and let's reason with that.
Speak truth to power.
But if we can't reason that way, people, then what's what we got to do? We got to come out here in the spring, and we got to bring a good 500 black people, as well as every other. This traffic don't run. Traffic don't move. What we got to do is alumni. Go out there, pick up your pen, write the president, write the board of trustees, and say, this is how you treat us. So why should we trust you in regard to financial aid if this is how you treat us in regard to the Africana Studies and Research Center? Why should Asian American, Latino studies, Asian Native American studies, why should they trust you? If you want our trust, then you act in an honorable manner. Honorable means when we sit down and say, let's have a dialogue, it's a dialogue, not a monologue nor an edict. What we got was an edict. What we got was basically someone sitting in a room and telling us, you know, we're going to reorganize it, and you're trying to help me. But if you're trying to help me, then leave me the fuck alone.
I still don't see Professor Edmondson, so he's on his way. Okay, cool. So we're gonna put him in as soon as he gets here. We're gonna move on and hear from students. The first student we're gonna hear from is Alyssa Colorbuck. But before I say that, I wanna just jump one point that he said. You know, he said that don't sleep, basically. And if you do, you can expect these things to continue to happen. Ask somebody in the education department what happened.
Yes.
Ask them about edicts.
Right.
Wow. Ask somebody in the Russian studies department. Bet you didn't know about that one.
Roman studies now.
All right. Ask them what happened when they were sleeping. We can't sleep on them.
Swedish and Dutch.
Well, let me hear some noise for Alyssa Clutterbuck.
Hello? Yes. I'm tired too, okay? I haven't slept in 48 hours. And I don't know that many people on this part of campus who have ever heard of W.E.B. Du Bois. So I'm going to start right here. I was in sociology for 4 years at McGill University in Canada. I never heard this man's name. And I know they don't think we read up in Africana, but we do. And Professor Harris had us reading W.E.B. Du Bois' The Souls of Black Folk the first week at campus. And in the first page of that book, he says, how does it feel to be a problem? How does it feel? It feels great right now. I came to Africana specifically, I came to Cornell specifically for Africana. It was the only reason why I came here. It was the only reason why I came here. I was in a program in the College of Arts and Sciences. I never saw anybody who looked like me for 4 years, okay? This is about getting rid of black people from this campus.
That's right.
This is about taking away and trampling on our history. This is about disrespect. This is about the denial of civil and human dignity. I remain traumatized by what Mr. Fox said and did. He didn't even come with a piece of paper. He has a piece of paper for the Cornell Chronicle and the Cornell Daily Sun. He didn't even come with a piece of paper. I don't even think he knew any of our names or had ever seen any of our faces. I don't feel cared about at this school. I feel very, very scared at this school. I walk around and I think, like, some days, why did I even come here? I've been telling people who are interested in this university not to come here, to think twice. This is a very, very difficult climate for black students in particular, for students of color. I feel like we're on the chopping blocks, as often what happens during recessions. And I'm just here to say that I haven't had an easy time at this school, but I believe in Africana studies. And I want to see Africana at 100. I want to see Africana at 150.
All right.
And I think we need to make this easy for Mr. President. He just needs to come and tell us he changed his mind.
All right. All right.
Because I'm not going to take this, and no one here is going to take this. This is unacceptable. Africana will stay when and how it is. I regret that Professor James Turner could not be here today. He is trying to do his job as a professor. And I regret that they've sprung this on us so quickly that we haven't been able to have alums to come down, but they're about to come. They're coming. And some of them are still here. But I would like to read, if I could, can you hold this, Tanya? I would like to read part of a petition that is being circulated nationally and will be presented to the President upon thousands and thousands of signatures being collected. Some of you have already seen it and signed it. I thank you very much. It was drafted by Leslie Alexander and Professor Scott Brown, both PhDs, both can read and write, and both black. Okay? I'm just going to read the most compelling part of my opinion, okay? We contend that the quality and effectiveness of the Africana Studies and Research Center as a center of knowledge and the principal force for faculty diversity is rooted in a distinctive relationship to the university beyond the jurisdiction of College of Arts and Sciences. The The Africana Studies and Research Center was founded as a center for specific intellectual and pedagogical reasons. Those reasons remain as relevant today as they were more than 40 years ago when the Africana Center was first